Another great week of resale. You want to know what sold? Stay tuned. Hi everyone, it's Stephanie from Three Queens Resale, and if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for clicking on me. Be sure to subscribe and hit the thumbs up and all that good stuff so you can follow me on my resale journey. And if you're returning, thanks for coming back. It does mean a lot to me as I work on building my YouTube and resale community. So I've been reselling for almost 3 years now, and what that means is that I find pre-owned items and I flip them from a profit for a profit. So I have multiple ways of sourcing these items, so that's why you need to join my channel so that you can find out how to become a lucrative part-time reseller. So lately I've been averaging about $500 a month for 2021. So I'm so excited. My goal is to average $600 a month. So I still have some work to do. I am part-time. That means I do this whenever I have free time. So I am a full-time middle school English teacher, mom of 2, and I have a husband, and we are currently trying to put this house on the market to sell. So I got a lot going on. But today I'm going to share with you what sold. So let's get into it. So starting with Sunday, February 14th, first up was this Title IX crew neck wool sweater. I had this since September, listed since September. It sold on Poshmark for $16, and then after the $3.20 in fees, the $2.46 shipping discount, I was left with $10.34. And when I say September a year ago, so a year, probably a year and 4 months. Next up was another Poshmark sale. It was a North Face Summit Series coat from my consignee Candace, and I will link her haul up here because I do have several of her things left. This coat sold for $78, and after the $15.60 in fees and the $2.46 shipping discount, I was left with $59.94. Next on eBay and that had been listed since January, so it sold real quick, was this American Eagle Soft and Sexy hooded sweater. It had been listed since September of last year, 2020. It sold for $12.60, and after the $1.64 in fees, I was left with $10.96. Another Poshmark sale was this Vineyard Vines logo baseball hat. It was Courtney, so there was zero cost of goods in it. It sold for $11, and after the $2.95 in fees, the $2.46 shipping discount, I was left with $5.59, and that had been listed since October. Next up was this Good Human full zip hooded sweatshirt size extra small. So I thought I had this listed, but it was just in my inventory bins. One of my little chores that I have given myself is to go back through all of my inventory bins and revisit my stale inventory and pull it, take new pictures if I think I need new pictures, make sure it's listed on Poshmark, Mecari, and eBay, kind of spruce up the listing. Well, this was not listed at all. It had just been sitting in a cubby, not listed for over a year. So once I listed it, it sold in about a week. And since I had it for a while, I was just anxious to get rid of it. It sold for $21, and after the $4.20 in fees and the $2.46 shipping discount, I was left with $14.34. Next up, another Poshmark sale was this Banana Republic Factory blazer, tan size 12. I do still pick these up quite frequently if I can get them for at least no more than $1 a day. I don't really pick them up at the bins, but if I get them at a dollar day sale, I will pick them up. It sold for $15, and after the $3 in fees and the $2.46 shipping discount, I was left with $9.54. Then on eBay, and this is this J. Jill Love Linen pant size extra large. It had been sold since September. They are linen pants, and I got them listed right at the tail end of like the warmish weather. So I figured that they would sell as we move back towards spring and warmer weather. So they sold for $17, and after the $2.21 in fees, I was left with $14.79. And then the last thing to sell on Sunday was this Danskin Now half zip athletic extra large pullover. It is from my consignee Coach Erin, and I will link her haul above. I have over 200 items that she gave me to consign for her, so there are still plenty available. So definitely check out that haul. It sold for $7.10, and after the 92 cents in fees, I was left with $6.18. And that brings Sunday's grand total to $131.68 for those 8 items. Monday, February 15th was a zero sales day. It happens. Less and less frequently, but it does happen. Moving on to Tuesday, February 16th. I had a bundle of 3 dresses and a Vera Bradley eyeglass case. All these were my kids' items, so there was zero cost of goods in them. The bundle sold for $15, and then after the $3 in fees, I was left with $12. And that was on Poshmark. And those dresses had been listed since June, and the eyeglass case had just been recently listed in January. Good thing I got my Diet Coke here. That's Diet Dr. Pepper, not Diet Coke. Wild Palm. Next up on Poshmark was this Wild Palm long sleeve knit top. It was mine. I never wore it. So happy to let it go. It sold for $15. After the $3 in fees, I was left with $12. And then also on Poshmark was another one of Coach Erin's items. It was this Athleta tie-dye Marina skirt. Once I listed it, it sold probably a week later. It sold for $28. After the $5.60 in fees, I was left with $22.40. And so those 3 items brought in $46.40. Moving on to Wednesday, February 17th. First off on eBay was the swimsuits for all women's swim pants. They were size 22, and I got them at the Goodwill. I got 2 pair of them. There were 2 pair of the identical pant side by side, so I picked up both. One reason I picked them up is swimsuits for all. I like their products, and another reason was because it was a large size and plus size, and plus size girls we're picky about our swimwear. But they had been listed since November of last year. They sold for $18, and after the $2.34 in fees, I was left with $15.66. Next up were these St. John women's career pants, size 6. I am not loving St. John's because unless it is that classic Catalina like knit skirt type stuff, not Catalina, whatever that, I can't think of it. Leave it in the comments down below if you know what I'm talking about. But that classic St. John knit, it just doesn't get a lot of attention for me. And most of the time when I find that stuff, it's at my favorite hidey hole, and it's a little bit pricier than my average cost of goods. So these had been listed since November of 2019, and they didn't have the best photo, and they were black, so maybe that had something to do with it. But they I finally took an offer for $15 on eBay, and after the $1.95 in fees, I was left with $13.05. Next up is this Belgraven Cankin Classic Black Backpack, and this is one of my consignee Krista's items, and I'll link her haul up above because she has some awesome things still left in her haul, so definitely check those out. It sold for $48. It was new with tags. I have one of these backpacks in gray, and I think they're like $80 like retail, so someone got a steal of a deal. And after the $9.60 in fees and the $2.46 shipping discount, I was left with $35.94. Of course, my consignee gets 40% of that, and I get 60%. And I'll break those consignment numbers out at the end, so be sure to watch all the way to the end so you can see how much money I am making by consigning for friends. Next up is this Knox Rose Maxi dress. It was donated to me by my friend Wendy. It sold on Mecari, and it had been listed since July. It sold for $13, and after the $1.98 in fees, and then I paid for shipping on it, which was $4.68. I made $6.34, so it was free. So that brings my Wednesday total for those 4 items to $70.99. Moving on to Thursday, February 18th. On Poshmark, I sold this Lily Pulitzer Ainsley polo dress. I think it was a size small. It was Courtney's, and it had been listed since September. It sold for $32, and after the $6.40 in fees and the $2.46 shipping discount, I was left with $26.14. Lily Pulitzer continues to be a consistent best-selling brand for me. So, of course, whenever I can find it out in the wild or one of my kids is ready to let it go, I definitely get it listed as soon as I can. Another Courtney item, Thursday was a Courtney day. Another Courtney item were these Sportif Lifeguard swim shorts, red, size medium. She has been a lifeguard the past 2 summers, and she has decided that she wants to move away from that, doesn't want a lifeguard this summer, partly because she said she didn't want to take the 48 hours of training or 24 hours of training. I don't know. But she wants to try to be a camp instructor at your camp, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, she didn't need her lifeguard trunks anymore, but someone else does. So they sold for $8, and after the $2.95 fees, I was left with $5.05, and those had been listed since November. So for those 2 items, I made $28.19. Friday, February 19th. First off, we have a bundle sale, which consisted of items from 2 different consignees. So the first is these Always high waist leggings from Candace, and then which had been listed since January. And then the second was this Old Navy short sleeve peplum top that had been listed, that is from Krista's haul. And together for both of those items for $25 after $5 in fees and $2.46 in shipping discount, I was left with $17.54. So I added, luckily both of those items were listed for the same price. So it's just going to be, I'll take my 60% and then I'll divide the remainder between the 2 consignees. Next up was another consignee's item was this Anthropology Marrakesh jacket, green, size medium. It had a velvet touch feel. It had been listed since December. Beautiful green color. I know Courtney from Comment Tags would love it because she loves her green. I don't really have a favorite color like that. I like yellow. That's why this room is yellow. But I don't know that I necessarily look good in yellow. But Anyway, it sold for $49, and after the $6.62 in fees, I was left with $42.38. And once again, I will take 60 of that, and Aaron will get 40. That brings the grand total for Friday to $59.92. So as you can see, I've only had one gold star day this week, but I've had consistent sales every day except for that Monday. So, you know, that's what I'm just striving for, is consistency right now. And as a part-time reseller, and at being back to work, I have not been able to invest as much time in my reselling business as I did when I was off on medical leave. So hoping to try to strike a balance where I can get back up to making that over $500 a week and take care of myself and my family and do my other job. Saturday, February 20th, I had 5 sales. The first was this London blue topaz earrings that were part of Krista's haul. They sold for $24, and after the $4.80 in fees and the $2.46 shipping discount, I was left with $16.74. Next was an eBay sale, and this was an Anne Klein purse. That was mine. It's a shoulder bag. I'm more of a crossbody girl, and so I am learning to let go of things that no longer bring me joy. So it sold for $18. It was like Made material, so it wasn't 100% leather or anything. It had a $2.34 fee, so I was left with $15.66. Next up, and that had been listed for almost a year. Next up was this Luna Lou's blue splatter print dress. It had been listed since August. It sold for $30, and after the $3.90 fees, I was left with $26.01. That dress is mine, and in organizing my closet, I realized that I have over 100 dresses for all year, for all the seasons, and that's a little bit excessive, since I don't wear dresses every day, so I'm trying to thin that out. So if you are a large, extra large, stay tuned. You need to be watching, because especially as we get ready to put this house on the market, I am definitely getting rid of some things that I love, because everything in that closet I love, but I don't wear it all the time. So I have some that I love even more. So I'm going to let some of my great stuff go. But you can get it. You can buy it from me. Okay? So just watch. Next up on eBay were these Cuddle Duds. This Cuddle Duds cowl neck tunic, size extra small. I picked this up at a Dollar a Day haul, and I will link a playlist of all my of all my hauls up here, so you can kind of take a look, especially if you're a new reseller, as to what kind of things that I pick up when I haul, and sometimes I tell you my reasoning behind it. But yeah, when I was starting off in resale, I was always interested in what more experienced resellers were looking at, especially if you live in like a place like me. I live in central Indiana in the Indianapolis, Fishers, Geist area, so it's not like Hollywood or anything. I mean, you're not going to find Prada, like, if you're lucky, like once a year, but, if you get a run on like 4 Lululemon pieces, you've had like the day. So, I'm selling, like, I would say, store brands and basics and essentials, and not the luxury items that some of the other big time resellers find. Next up was this, speaking of basics, White House Black Market Silk Boho Top Size Small. It had been listed since November, and I picked that up at a Dollar Day sale. And it sold for $22 on eBay. After the $2.86 in fees, I was left with $19.14. So those are my 24 items for the week. So my weekly total was $420.52. That is down from $603.22 from the week before. This was like probably 2 weeks out from me going back to work. So you can already start to see the shift in how much money I'm making because I'm listing a lot less. So I definitely want to find time to list more so I can maintain that $500 to $600 sale week total every week. I sold 24 items this week. Last week I sold 41. I didn't I wasn't as consistent as sending out offers as I normally am, and I didn't do my 30% off Sunday like I normally do, so that might have had something to do with it. I think I just did like 20% off this Sunday. My average sale price though was $17.52. So I need to figure out um, what my strategy is going to be. Last week, I sold 41 items, but my average sale price for those items was $14.36. So in an ideal world, I'd like to sell 41 items for $17.52 on average. So I want to get the volume, but I also want to keep the average sale price going up. And then my cost of goods, so everything that was sold this week only cost me $7. So that is quite the turnout off of $7. So a lot of those items were from my consignees, myself, or my children. I don't think I sold any of my husband's. No, I didn't sell any of his things in this haul, or things that were donated to me for free by my friend Wendy, who's very supportive of Three Queens Resale and my little small business. So shout out to Wendy. I need her to get her to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I'm sure she will because she's very supportive of my little endeavor here. Next, let's talk about my consignment. So I do take things on consignment from my friends. If people want to just give me things, and I do have lots of people who just give me things, they're like, I don't want any money. I just want it out of my house. And they don't even take the time to sort it. They just drop off boxes of stuff on my porch. I bring it in, I wash it, sort through it. Most of it doesn't even need to be washed. It's like nice and clean and sometimes on hangers. Um, and I keep that stuff and I list it, maybe give them a Starbucks gift card for helping out, supporting Three Queens Resale. But then I have people who want they want to get some money for it if they can, and they want to support me. So they consign with me, and I have 7 different ladies that consign with me. My daughter is getting her whole cheerleading squad to consign with me, so I anticipate bringing on a lot more teen, smaller sizes, which their stuff sells well, and young girls like they cycle through things quickly, so it's not gotten that much wear, so that's awesome. But this week I sold $201.12 in consignment. So of my $420.52 that I made, 48% of that was from consignment. So of that consignment fee of $201.12, and I'll pop all this up on the screen, like right there, I got to take $120.67 from that, and I paid out $80.45. So that $120.67 I take in that I made my 60%. People bring me their clean, gently used items. I photograph them, I list them, I wait for them to sell, and then I mail them out. I measure them, and so the same thing that I would have done, only I didn't have to pay any cost of goods for it. I just have my time, talents, and energy wrapped up into that, which is invaluable to me, but during the pandemic, it was definitely a way for, well, because of the pandemic, it caused me to pivot. The pandemic is still going on, don't get me wrong. It caused me to have to think of other ways to get inventory to source without going into thrift stores. I have gone into thrift stores. I did recently do a haul. I'll link that up above. So actually it'll be on the playlist, so you can click through it. You can see my first haul of this year, and I'm gonna try to go on Sundays and do Dollar Day hauls. But right now, and I know I'm going off on a tangent, but stay with me. Since I'm putting my house up for sale, I have 4 hauls worth of stuff that either I've sourced or that have been donated to me that I need to process through, get packaged, photograph, and get packaged up and put in the cubbies, because when we show our house, I don't want to have any of that, my death piles, money piles laying around, and my house needs to look nice and tidy. So I am going to hold off on, I'm going to do the hauls, the stuff that I have, but I'm going to hold off on going to Goodwill until I don't have anything else to list. So I have those for 4 hauls, and then I am going to haul my closet, Jackie's closet, which is my 8-year-old, my husband's closet, and then Courtney is going off to college at Indiana University in August. So we're going to haul her closet, and then the stuff that she wants to keep but doesn't want to take to college, like her winter things, will be boxed up and put into storage, because we're hopefully going to sell this house quickly, and I'm going to have all of that stuff. So once I have run out of things to haul in this house, I will go back to the Goodwill. I promise. I promise. The Goodwill is my my mental health. Like, it's my woosah. I love like going and sorting through the racks. So it's going to be hard for me not to go, especially since I haven't been going because of the pandemic and COVID and all that good stuff. And I had just gone back once, but I cannot fill this house up with clothes and clothes and clothes and have nowhere to put them, just to move them hopefully in a couple of months. So that's kind of what's going on in Three Queens world. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video and you stuck it out to the end to hear about my consignment. I am going to do a series of videos on getting started with consignment. So you will need to subscribe so you can check those out. And until next time, thanks for watching, and bye.